Hi. This is my first video, so my hair's kind of a mess. I had my earbuds on for my phone. Mess in the closet there. I do upcycling of thrifted clothes, and on some of the upcycling lists that I'm on, some of the people were asking about my process of doing it, whether I use patterns or how I do it, and I don't use patterns. So I thought I'd make some YouTube videos and kind of explain my process a little bit. I sew in my bedroom, so I'm very crowded and kind of a mess, and I'm holding my iPad to do this. I did order a tripod, but it won't be here for a few days, so this is my first video I've ever taken, so you'll just have to bear with me while I'm learning, and they will get better, I promise you that. So I'm just holding my iPad in my hand, but I'm going to move it down and show you my labels that I use in my clothes. My company...
This is my label, so I purchased labels from a lady on Etsy. I'll show you that in a minute. And then I just use scraps from the project I'm working on, and this one I happen to find it here, find my finger. This is the label, and then this is one scrap, another scrap, and a third scrap. And so I just sew them all one on top of the other, sew them together, and then it's ready to go on my garment when I'm ready for it. And I kind of, I can sew them in the back of the neck, but I tend to put them in a visible location and just use it as part of the embellishing on the outfits. So I'll just do a sweep of the room here and explain things. Like I said, I sew in my bedroom. This is a dress that I'm in the process of working on, and I'm just going to jump in where I am with it because I have a lot of work left to do on it. That started out as a woman's blouse. I think it's a docker's blouse. And I used a pair of chambray women's pants. That's what the white embroidery is on those pieces, is the front of the pants. And 3 men's shirts. So I just trimmed off the tails off the blouse. And then I took, because I wanted it to be like a duster or an open vest that they can wear, or they can wear it as a dress. So I wanted the buttons on the men's shirts and the women's to match up. But because men's shirts, the buttons are on the opposite side, I had to turn the fabric inside out. So, but it works because it's a really nice quality cotton, so you can't tell the right side from the wrong side. And then I'll just turn it around and show you the back. And I'm sorry for moving around here. There's the back of the shirt, where the skirt's sewn on, and the other shirt pockets are in the back. I removed the buttons, and I haven't decided if I'm going to put them back on again or not. Let's see if I can focus this a little better. And then I used, it was actually 2 ladies' shirts that kind of matched. They're a little bit different in color, but that's okay, it doesn't matter. And I made a 4-inch ruffle and stitched that around the bottom all the way around. And like I said, I have a lot of work left to do on this dress, so I'll show you my process. And there's the ruffle on the bottom. So it's just hanging on my bedroom door. Yesterday. This is made from 8 women's t-shirts. And I put a little patchwork pocket on always. This one's on my Facebook page and my Etsy shop. And there's the patch that I made for it. I put it right on the pocket. A little flower that I made with some fraggles. I call them fraggles. They're little, just kind of scraps. And some I serge and some I don't. And they look kind of nice. So that's one dress. And the skirt is really full because, as I said, it's made with 8 t-shirts. So what I'm hanging up is a woman's t-shirt, 2 women's t-shirts. And I cut the t-shirt up the side, and then I cut this diamond-shaped piece out of another t-shirt and sew it in each side. And then this is the man's shirt that I've done the ruffle with. And these are so cute on and so comfortable. So basically what I've done is I've made it bigger, so it's not so tight around the waist, and then added these pieces in, which gives it that asymmetrical hemline. And this is the t-shirt that I started with. And the back is like that. I had made another pixie skirt, a pixie dress, and I had cut the bottom of this t-shirt off to use in that one, and so I wanted to use the top. And it is, I've tried this on and it fits me, but it's an extra large. But because it's knit, it just kind of clings to you. So I used the top of that. I wanted to lengthen the sleeves. They were like 3/4 length. I wanted them a little bit longer, so I used some leftover green cotton jersey from another t-shirt. And I just split it and sewed a piece in, and this is leftover from another t-shirt. These were all used in the same pixie dress that I had made. And then I used a man's shirt for the front and left the pocket so this opens. I need to press it. I washed it. I wash everything after I buy it, buy the thrifted garments, and I bring them home and wash them right away. And then after I'm done making my upcycle garment, I wash them again. So I've washed this, I just need to press it. So this is a man's shirt in front. This is another man's shirt on the sides. And I just pleated it on here to fit the t-shirt. I took the neckline from, this had the white, this t-shirt had the white, and I took the green neckband that I had cut off another t-shirt that I used this from, and just stitched it inside, just to give it a little bit of extra, and then I made a little flower I left over to put it on there. I have a little bee, I don't know if you can see, this t-shirt has bees on it, so I embroidered a fun little bee on my embroidery machine and added him. This is a pocket from the shirt that I used for a ruffle, the pocket for it, I sewed it there. These are just scraps that I sew on. I do a lot of patching patching and kind of like quilting. I'll show you that. And the back of this is the back of that green man's shirt. And I left a really cute dress too. It's actually a tunic. It would be a dress on some people, but it's more like a tunic. So it was, again, a t-shirt that I had cut the bottom off to use on a pixie dress. And then I try and do something with the top that I've got cut off rather than waste it. So this red was a man's shirt, and as you can see, I left the pocket in the front so it can't open. This was another man's shirt that I did the ruffle out of, and there's the pocket off it. So this is a woman's t-shirt and 2 men's shirts for this garment. And as I said before, I save all my tags and reuse them. And that's backwards. It says, Authentic St. John's Bay, established 1884. And then just scraps that I've stitched on, done a little funky stitching. Again, this is the flat felt seams right off the sleeve that I've used there. Just some patches and some buttons. Some of the flat felt seam again there. This is a little flower I made. And this is again some of the flat felt seam I just put on there for, I call them fraggles, that hang in a button. The back, again, has the tie. The skirt is pleated on, and then the tie to just, make it fit a little better. Here's another, that was off a man's shirt. It says Paradise Cove. In fact, it was probably off this red shirt. It says Paradise Cove, and then some patches, and again, more of that flat felt seam. Some more patches. So they're really fun to do, and they're so cute. People love them. So that's like a tunic top. It was, again, I had made a, let me see if it's on here. Might be on this dress I'm wearing. Yes, it is. This is this t-shirt. So I had cut the bottom of the t-shirt off, and then I had this left over. Now I wanted it a little bit longer, so I took the other scraps from this t-shirt and added pieces on, and they've got serging there just to make it longer. So it comes to my waist when I try it on. This animal print was a woman's blouse. I left the button placket, but I sewed it shut. And then this was another woman's blouse, the pink. And I barely had enough to do the ruffle and the pocket, and I have a few patches on. So the pocket is patchwork. This is a zebra that with glasses that I did on my embroidery machine. Again, done on that denim-y type fabric. I wanted a little flower somewhere to kind of mimic the flowers in this ruffle, so I embroidered this flower in pink, and these are just raw edge patches and some buttons that I sewed on. I embroidered the word love here. Let's see, I got a string I gotta trim. I'm gonna do that right now. And the back has a tie and some more patches. Some patches here and some up here and some more of the seams. When I trim the sleeves off, they always have that flat felt seam, so I make good use of it. And then the tie is what I had left over from the ruffle. And the sleeves were a 3/4 length sleeve, and I wanted to make them longer, so I took the sleeves off of another t-shirt that I had cut the bottom off of another t-shirt sleeves, and which I try to do. I try to leave whatever I'm cutting off. It's not very wide to use. See, I'd used it here in where I added on, but the bottom of the sleeve isn't a very wide piece, so I always try and leave enough that I can use it on another garment if I want to lengthen the sleeves, and it worked perfect for this one. So I just sewed that on. It's got the original cuff on the bottom. I just cut off the hem that was on this sleeve and sewed that on. So this is so fun to do. I'll bring this closer so you can have a look at the embroideries. There's the little zebra with glasses and a bow in its hair. And this is the flower that I embroidered. These are just raw edge patches and some buttons. A black thread that shouldn't be there. But, I'm sorry, I'm getting used to this. So I reuse everything. The buttons, all the scraps. There's the pocket. I piece it, and I use actually the sleeve caps off of a blouse that I've cut apart, and so this one is lined with the sleeve cap from the pink blouse. This is the word love, and I embroidered it right onto the fabric. It's backwards, I'm sorry, but I really like the hot pink with it, and then the raw edge patches in the back and on the skirt. So I love these patches, but it's also a good way if you happen to have a garment that may have a little stain on it, or sometimes when you're removing buttons or a pocket, you'll find a little hole in the fabric. I just use patches. It's what they've done for forever, is patch holes, so I do it creatively. And it really adds to the dress. It brings the color, like, the color I used in the ruffle. It brought that color up into the pocket and then up into here, and then the same on the back. It just balances things, has the eye moving all over. And I absolutely love this one. On me, it's a little bit below my knees, and I like my dress is either a little bit shorter or longer than that, but on somebody taller, it would be perfect length. So that's one of my favorites. This was, again, the top of a t-shirt that I had cut the bottom off to use in a dress, and I wanted it longer, so this is that same green that I was showing you in the other dress. I added onto the length, so it's not quite at my waist is right here, so it's, what do you call that, empire. There's a front placket here that was left over from, I used the rest of this shirt for a ruffle on that red when I was showing you. So it unbuttons, if you wanted to wear it undone over a pair of leggings or something. It does unbutton right from the waist down. And then I just took scraps from other things and a few extra shirts and made a ruffle. This was a lady's blouse that had some yellow daisies embroidered on it. And I try and utilize all that. You know, when I find a blouse with some embroidery or a pair of pants with embroidery, I'm tickled because it adds interest to the garment then. It's not a ruffle, it's just a band of denim along the bottom. And I was showing you the other skirt. It's the same fabrics. I did them at the same time, but I ran out of denim. I've done some patches with denim flat felled seam. I think this one has a little surprise here too. Well, here's another patches and a label off of a... That one says Missimo Supply Company, authentic since 1987. So I can't remember what it was off of. But again, lots of patches. Some more patches. And I just kind of, you know, freehand stitch over them. And then once they're washed, they fray. There's a little bee I had done 2 bees for that other dress I showed you, and I didn't know which one to use on it, so this was a leftover, so I put him on here. Here's a pocket I sewed on off of that green shirt. If there's pockets on shirts, sometimes I'll just leave them. Here's more patches, and another label says Erica and Company, and a piece of that flat felled seam again. You can see how nice it is. Once it's washed, it starts freeing, and that's just the flat felled seam that I cut off a shirt. Here's a man's shirt. I just left the pocket on. Sometimes removing the pocket, you'll get a little hole, and so if I can utilize it where it is, I do. So there's lots of nice little surprises on this. This says Relic. That's off of a man's shirt, and then I sewed it on 3 different raw edge patches and just sewed it in the middle. And the reason I put that there is because the seam didn't want to lay down, and this one was kind of funky, so I just grabbed the patch and made it a design feature. This is a pocket off of this shirt. So that pulls that color that's in the skirt now up onto the top. It balances things out. And I was going to say you always want to do that. I always want to do that because I want to move color from, I don't want color just stuck in one place. I want to move it around the garment so it keeps the eye traveling and makes it look more coordinated. So there's probably lots I didn't show you. There's lots of little patches on the back. This is a denim flat felled seam. This was just a scrap I had, and I thought, well, I'm going to serge that and just pleat it. And so I pleated it as I sewed it on, and then where I had stitched it, I just put the flat felled denim seam, and then I ran it up, and then I put another one on the back running down, just to add that little bit of, I think it was this one that I used up there. And again, I'm pulling that from the skirt up into here, and it's not much, but it does balance that color. And I just serged it, and then pleated it as I was sewing it on, and then put the denim. So it's really fun to do these garments. I sell these dresses for $169, and there's a lot of fabric. So they're good twirling skirts, because there's a lot of, I'll hold it up. I have leggings on, so I'm not worried about holding it up. I'm still not pulling it out as much as it would go, but you can see how full the skirt is. And I use my ruffler for gathering those ruffles. This is just patchwork. I just sewed it together and put it in there, the same with this, just to lengthen it. So that's that one, and then I've got one on the go here. So I'm going to continue working on this dress. I'm going to take a break right now, but when I come back, I'm going to continue working on this blue dress and add some pockets to it and start doing some patches. And I don't know yet if I'm going to put an embroidery on it or not, but I just kind of make it up as I'm going along. And I'm sorry you can't see my face here. Yeah, I just make things up as I go along and try to use everything. I do throw out some scraps. My original thoughts were just to get a pillowcase, an old pillowcase, and put all my scraps in there, and when it's full, sew it up and take it to the pet shelter. I used to do that with my quilting scraps, but as you can see, I'm very crowded in this bedroom, so I just decided for now I'm just going to throw out those scraps. I'm pretty proud of what I do use and what I do keep out of the landfill, and make some beautiful garments that people just love, and I love. They're so comfortable. This dress would fit like a medium right up to, like it's quite large, as you can see. Like I can fold it over. So it would fit a large, maybe an extra large. I have the measurement, well actually this one's not on my Etsy yet either. It will be. So I'll do the measurements of it and put it on Etsy. So again, you know, you can get your own labels and make them, I'm sorry it's backwards. And then, you know, you can sew it anywhere you want. I could have put this right here. And it's advertising my business, but it's adding some interest and some decoration. But I try to use every label that I take off of anything, except for the size labels. I don't tend to use those. But any label that has text on it, because text always looks nice on a garment. Doesn't matter what it says, it always looks nice. So I try and use them and add some interest. So I'll be back. Thanks.